Today, good day to you. Today I am looking at a topic that has currently popped up to the surprise of many, but given the changes that have been transpiring with humanity, this may not be a surprise also. There is a recommendation that sex be a sports competition, suggestion coming from Sweden, and this at least has, generally speaking, galvanized all right-thinking people to think right. Why is this so dangerous? Why is this so alarming? This is the generation that is described. There is a generation that diminishes the father and does not bless the mother. This is not only about paternity and maternity, this is about marriage itself. When marriage has been diminished and sex has been on the rampage as well as available for sale, this is what people think would be the inevitable conclusion for sex to become exhibition and to become a sports competition. Now, this further goes on to say, there is a generation that is pure in its own eyes, yet is not washed from its filthiness. That is to say, nothing is considered not good. Nothing is considered out of bounds. Anything is okay for consumption. Is the alarming trend. Anything goes for consumption. Anything can be tried. So it's in the light of that progression or retrogression that this has popped up. As we know, marriage is a sacred act, faithful for life, once only, and God designed marriage with this intimate act of sex to be shared joyfully, gratefully, intimately, and with reverence for life itself. Because the act of marriage produces progeny, so that the respect we have for the next generation, respect we have for the one to be born, and that God has committed us with this responsibility and accountability in the marriage act, that it elevates this enterprise of coming together in holy matrimony, lifelong, faithful to one another, forbearing, forgiving, loyal, fidelity, sacrifice, more blessed to give than to receive. All of humanity's altruism comes to focus in marriage and in the act of sex. So in holy matrimony, in marriage, holy means designed for God's purpose and agreeing with God's purpose. Holy means using our life for what God meant it to be, as owned by God, as given by God. So marriage and the act of sex, also designed by God, is to be used as God-honoring, as belonging to God. This is the Lord's Prayer, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be your name. May your name be glorified in all human activity. And when it comes to the most sacred or reverential, intimate and precious activity of sharing the gift of sex in marital union lifelong, not to be experimented, not to be thrown around, and your body belongs to that one life partner and to nobody else. This is how God designed the act of sex, and God designed marriage, and marriage matters. If we diminish marriage, we diminish human life, and we diminish the family union, which is the bedrock of human civilization. All civilizations that crumbled, ruined family, and began abortion, and began infanticide. This is history. In the downfall of Roman Empire, all this is listed by the historians, and we can see in the downfall of Western civilization also, attitude towards sex and flippancy is seemingly the vanguard of the destruction. So all right-thinking people would say that sex is a sacred act of reverence to be shared in sacrifice, in honor of one another, and in violating this and making it an exhibition and a sports competition, we are completely ruining the human image. What is most precious in humanity, that image of the sanctity of the act of marriage is being violated, and it would be ruinous. So this is my little contribution. I was also on the SLMA committee, that is Sri Lanka Medical Association Ethics Committee. When the issue of abortion was being debated, I prepared the protocol, and thankfully those who returned the protocol in 1996, majority, nearly 70% said they are not for legalizing abortion. And in Sri Lanka, abortion still remains illegal. And that is in the context of the sanctity of the unborn child and the sanctity of the wedlock and sexual act go together to keep humanity not degrading itself, but giving honor to life as God gives honor to life. I humbly appeal to you to consider this. All of life is about venerating God. Life is precious. Life is sanctity of life is a topic I have done. Please send me your WhatsApp number to 074-211-5011. I'm Dr. Lalith Mendis. I was founding head of pharmacology in the medical faculty, California, and I have published on the sanctity of life on the subject of abortion, learned articles. I can send some of it. You may be medical practitioners or not, but this is a subject that all must own, the sanctity of life, beginning with the newborn child and with the act of sex. If we denude that sanctity, we denude humanity. This is my earnest plea to all concerned in responding to this kind of situation. Thank you for listening. We have a good shepherd for our life who leads us and guides us. And it is in veneration for life that life will be sanctified. All of life is to be an act of gratitude to God our Father, and that gratitude is shared in the family. So family becomes the university of the next generation's education. Whatever else comes from the professional curricula that our kids may involve in, the first university for life and family education comes to them from home, as mom and dad practice sanctity of life, honor for one another, and sacrifice. All this is family taught. These are values that best caught, best taught, best absorbed in the family situation. Please share this clip with others about why sex must never become a common commodity on competition, done for trophies, done exhibitively. We will ruin ourselves, we will denude ourselves, and we will put shame on our next generation if we get onto this kind of thing. And we are told in the before the coming of Jesus Christ as time, that the world will behave like the towns of Sodom and Gomorrah, which were profligate. They had abundance of bread, and they had abundance of different kinds of profligacy. And that's where the world is moving to. So we need to raise a vanguard of good belief and let every home and every family be a refuge for sanity, refuge for sanctity. God bless you.